Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to go through a little bit of ISO-8, a little beginner's guide. I've had about 24 hours to play around with it, and Alliance mates wanted me to kind of do a deep dive into it. So I'm going to go through at least the first level of it, talk about what I think, and give you a little how-to. But stick around and we'll have a chat about ISO-8. All right, welcome back, guys. So today we're going to talk about ISO-8. Again, this feature's been out for about 24 hours, so I wanted to take some time. I've worked mainly on my raid and my arena team, so let's go ahead and go through some of this. So let's start with the alpha here, Black Bolt. Okay, so here's what I've learned so far. So when it's all kind of based on your role to start. So these yellow dots right here, every single tune has that, and it's not something that you set up, kind of for everybody. You want this just for your main tunes, because once you put these in, you can't get them back. And so you want to make sure you put that investment into tunes that you're serious about. Again, first level is not going to make such a big deal, but once you get past that, it's really going to start to make a difference. And I'll show you, because it really starts to expedite the amount of materials that you're going to need. So again, for this example here for Black Bolt, he is a blaster, and we're going to go into here. So each blaster, controller, support, all of them, they all have, their own crystals, I guess what they call them here. And so what you have to do is, let's say, so Black Bolt's a blaster, and let's say Human Torch. You're going to have to collect these crystals for each one of those tunes that you want to build up. So in this example, we're just going to talk about level 1 here. I really haven't gotten into anything past that, so we'll do that in a later video. But here, there's 5 slots, and each one is for a different property of the tune. So for example, this first one is his armor, the second one's his resistance, third one is his health, this is going to be his focus, and here's going to be his damage. So what you're going to do is, since I already have built him up, let me actually go to somebody who I haven't touched yet. Let's go to Hella. I haven't put anything to her yet. So what you'll see here, if you see the plus sign, that means that you have the potential to put something on it. And if it's outlined with more than one, that means you could potentially do the second level here. And to do that, again, I'm not really going to get into it, but you have to fuse, parts from that first level to get to the second. But for the purpose of this video, we have, again, 2 here that we already have the pieces for. I farmed those, and if you don't have anything there, what you'll do is just click that and hit find. It'll take you to the node. If you have completed the ISO-8 campaign, you can go ahead and go through that and farm the gear. So again, if you do have something here, you're going to click on it. And if I wanted to do the resist for Hella, what I'm going to do is just hit equip. Now, once you get all 5, this lights up, and that allows you to kind of choose your class. Once you choose your class and you've leveled Hella up to, let's just say, up to level 2, you can always change that class from, Striker to, I'm still learning the names here, but so Striker, Fortifier, Healer, Skirmisher, and Raider. Again, just going to talk about the first levels here, but Striker, what they're going to do is, if a target has vulnerable, they're gonna do a secondary attack for 50% damage. So think of it kind of like Black Bolt. He goes in, hits. If they're low on health, he's going to come in, hit again. It's kind of the same concept there, except if they have that vulnerable, icon on there, they're going to do that secondary attack, and then it'll clear the vulnerable. And it's based on the character's basic, and you gain 5% damage overall. So that's really helpful. So heavy damage dealers like an Ultron, Captain Marvel, Black Bolt, of course, Stryker, in my opinion, is definitely the way to go. Fortifier protects the tune with barrier on spawn 10,000. Level 1's pretty weak, but for someone like a Coal Obsidian Colossus, it really picks up and is a really good ability, but you just got to get past that level 1. Healer. So heal a low health ally each turn. They'll gain 5% active healing. I actually had to go on to into not Discord, but just go online, do a little research, find out exactly what that meant. So I guess any healing ability that they have, it's adding 5% on to top of that. So if Scream, for example, does 10% heal whenever a character dies, it's now going to be 15. That's the way I understood it, reading the blog post as well. I could be wrong, so please make sure you correct me on that. Also, it's going to apply a minor regeneration to the lowest health ally. Skirmisher. So on primary hit, you're going to apply vulnerable to the primary target. So for example, Yo-Yo to me was perfect for this ability. So on her basic, she's just going to go and hit the primary target and put vulnerable on that tune. Now, if you use her special, she's kind of bouncing all around. It's only going to be the primary that she lands that vulnerable, having trouble saying that tonight, vulnerable on. Same with her ultimate, it's just going to be on that, on the primary target. So keep that in mind when you're deciding who to put what on, because there's another ability here that's similar to it that I think fits the tunes that kind of bounce around a little bit more as well. But again, this is great. Once the vulnerable is on there, then somebody like the Stryker can target them and do that extra burp action for an extra hit. And finally, the last one, Raider. On crit, apply a +1 vulnerable up to a maximum of 3 and gain 15% crit chance. So I put this on Symbiote Spider-Man because, especially on his basic, he does tend to bounce around. And so every time he crits, he's going to put a vulnerable on them, which is real helpful. So it's not going to necessarily be on the primary. It could be the secondary target. It could be the third target. It could be all 3 of them if they all crit. So that's kind of what I really liked about that ability. So again, for science here, who was I working on? I think I was working on Sinister. So I have all the pieces but one, and I have him on my arena team. So I want to make sure, and he's great for war and just about every other game mode, but go ahead and find. And normally I just do the 12 version here. I already kind of mined it all, but when you do it, so notice I didn't get any there. But use some campaign energy, and I'll show you kind of the difference. So when you do get some, so see right there, you didn't get it. You got something on that node, but it wasn't the one you were looking for. And when you do, you'll actually see a purple kind of line under here. So hopefully we'll get one, and I can show you what that looks like. Again, didn't get it. Again, we didn't get it. Okay, so unfortunately, we didn't get that. So let me look at somebody else potentially that I haven't leveled up that I do plan on doing, which is Scream. So her health bonus, let's see if we can farm that. So I have some here. Again, didn't get that. And that little icon means, brawler, controller, whatnot. And then this here is going to be for the trait like armor, resistance, focus. I'm still learning those. I still have no idea what all the icons mean. That's going to take some time. Okay, doing this for you guys, spending cores. So let's see if we can get one. There you go. Okay, so 1 of 1. So it's going to tell you there, that's the one you were looking for. Now that's a successful pull. So now if you go back, you know, that's going to be there, health right there. And so I go to equip. That's now equipped, and you know, she's going to get a small stat boost when you do equip that as well, which is always helpful. But we'll go to somebody who has everything, who've already set up, and I have done. So let's just go to Black Bolt. So you can see there, he's already set up for Striker, but if I wanted to change that, so it tells you it's equipped. Let's say I go to Skirmisher here and just hit select, and you can change that. Now again, that part, no extra cost, nothing you need to do there, but just keep in mind when you're doing the 5 tiers on the outside, you can't take those back. So be sure you're using them on tunes that you do want to level up. So I'll go ahead and get him back to Striker. So they do get some nice stat boosts there as well. You know, as far as, you know, the health benefits, extra damage. I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from ISO-8. I think they did an amazing job. I didn't do the beta, so I don't know what it was before and how far along it's come, but I think it's great. Thank God that there's nothing related to speed. If they do come out with that, I think it could definitely break the game. But yeah, I mean, tonight's the first war where we're going to get to kind of play around with it and do a little more theory crafting, but I have been using them in raids for my primary team in U7. I definitely like it, especially, you know, Arena as well. I've used it, had some success. So play around with it. Again, primarily you're going to want to put it on tunes that you're going to use in multiple game modes. I would recommend Arena and your Ultima 7. Work on those first and then kind of spread out from there. So again, once I decide to do something on level 2 further, you know, Black Bolt probably be number 1 from there, maybe Emma. I'll do another video, but for now I think you know, this is kind of a basic one-on-one get to know ISO-8, and I hope this was really helpful. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Be sure to subscribe, and you know, again, let me know what you think. Thanks a lot.